I'm homeless. No, I never smoked crack. I'm childless. Yes, I want my babies back. I've been in jail. No, I've never robbed a store. People want to take from me, yet I'm very poor. The home I'm from was never broken. Peers I grew up with, all well spoken. I have my bachelor's degree. I'm not joking. This is a piece of my life. It's just a token. Life's hard. And I like to keep it that way. Yeah, when some people need to use a bathroom, they see a bathroom, they go. Me, I hold it. Until I can't possibly hold it anymore, and then by that time there's no bathrooms around to use, and that makes life difficult. And apparently that works for me. I mean, take guys for example. Some girls, they see a guy, they're like, oh, he is so fine, look at him, oh my God. With me, it's like, oh, he is so freaky. Ooh. Downright scary. Oh, I ain't scared. I could just feel his anger. I think he's mad at me. Oh, I love him. Burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, let's get married. Yeah. And we did. Yelling, screaming, fighting. And that was the honeymoon. Yeah. See, I was scared. Scared of not being just a single mother of one, but of two. You let this happen to you twice? I mean, when will you learn, you know, a child needs both parents, okay? Look at you just ruining these children's lives. Well, at least the proposal was romantic. Pregnant. Well, I guess we gotta get married. I accept. Yeah, not a lot of good times there. Keeping your head above water, making a way when you can. Temporary layoffs, good times, easy better rip-offs, good times, scratching and surviving, good times, hanging in a tailline, good times. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Good times, yeah. No, not a lot of good times there. No, but there's no excuse for domestic violence, right? I mean, that's what the police told me as they arrested me. What? And I called them. Oh yeah, to protect and serve. Oh, I got served all right. Yeah, I didn't realize they were angels sent to rescue me from the bondage I was in. Yeah, see, I have a friend, when he was deep in his addiction, he cried out to the Lord to save him. Boo! Arrested, thrown in jail. Saved his life. Angels. Angels. Wouldn't it be nice if men came with disclaimers like in those medicine commercials? May cause dizziness, constipation, fatigue. Women with a low tolerance for BS should not date. Women with a low self-esteem should consult a physician or therapist before romance occurs. Extended use may result in the loss of limbs, children, freedom, life. Please consult your best friends or family before marriage ensues. Yeah. One morning, things went too far, and he wrestled me face down, his knee in my back, his arm around my neck, pulling upwards and squeezing. It was like he was trying to snap my neck and choke me to death all at the same time. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't scream. All I could do was listen to my 5-month-old little girl in the other room crying, and I could not go to her. And I thought, am I really gonna die like this? So this is how I'm gonna die. Well, it must have been God, because I heard a voice tell me to turn as far as I could to the right and bite as hard as I could. Saved my life. The market left, changed my life. Okay, ma'am, you're arrested for domestic abuse, spousal abuse, domestic violence. Wait. He was trying to kill me. Ma'am, we have a statement, how you attacked him. He has a 5th-degree black belt in martial arts. Ma'am, you bit him. On the way to the station, my arm swelled up so big that the handcuffs wouldn't fit anymore. Ma'am, how did this happen? Now we have to get x-rays. Nothing broken, just my spirit. And as I was waiting for my arraignment, my sister-in-law was my only visitor. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. Why did you call the police? You should have called me. You didn't need to call the police. I mean, he even said he wouldn't have called the police if you didn't call the police first. And oh, by the way, I brought your breast pump and bag so you can pump and I'll wait. Yeah. Okay, ma'am, well, the judge wants to give you 3 years for domestic violence, spousal abuse. Wait. You're supposed to be on my side. You're my attorney. Ma'am, we have a statement that says it was all you. He was trying to kill me. Ma'am, we have pictures of his injuries. Was I supposed to just let him kill me? Ma'am, you bit him. Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows fall? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for my heavenly home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He, for His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches. I said, I know He watches. I said, I know He watches me. Do you have time for questions?
Share a little bit. We're gonna have Michael also have a little piece here too, but yeah.
Any questions?
Comments?
Yeah.
Oh,
Questions, comments?
Yeah, I like your skills.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I like your jacket. Looks like a Tuskegee Airman jacket. Feel that. That's what it is. Good.
Yeah, it's my fiance's. Never gave it back. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming, sharing sharing your history with us, and like it just feels good, what I'm saying, that that we have this here, and I love River Community for this, they think about this culture, and they try to present something for us, so people can learn about what's going on. I appreciate it.
Definitely, I definitely appreciate this River Community.
And you sang good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel like there's a lot to recover from. I feel like there's the 12 steps and what have you. But I feel like there's a lot more out there than just drug and alcohol. I mean, I feel like we all have something. Maybe it's not so obvious to people, but music also for me helps me cope. And when I said about the angels and the being arrested and said, I heard somebody not agreeing, and that's fine. It's just, I know from my experience, if I would have stayed in that situation, I would have died. I would go back and forth like, why didn't they take both of us? But then it's like my child might end up in foster care, and there's all these other things which might not have been a bad thing, but I feel what needed to happen for me. Because if I wasn't removed from the situation, I don't think I would have been able to ever really see it with some clarity. And so I thank God, because I feel like even though it felt horrible to get arrested and torn away from my child, I feel like in the long run, it did save my life. And I do have friends who have struggled with addiction, and it was literally when they got arrested and taken out of, you know, the scene, that they were able to dry up and get sober. You know, some have gone back, but at least there was that time to just get sober and think about things in a different light, you know? So I thank God for the grace, because I know I need it.
That's right.
Whatever.
Hi, I just appreciate you saying that second statement twice about your encounter with angels, because I remember I was going back to use, and I was on the train, and it's like I didn't want to do it, I didn't want to go, and you know, I was praying to God, you know, to, you know, help me not go, help me, you know, stay here, and without my own willpower, I couldn't do it, you know. And a security guard walks by, and he's like, and we were passing Pomona, and he's like, you know, let me see your ticket. And I'm like, you know what, I don't have it, you know, I'm homeless, this and that, I can't afford it. He's like, you know what, man to man, get off at the next stop. And the next stop was Covina, and then that's the 502 Club, which is where I wanted to go. And that man was an angel right there. It's like, it was just crazy. And like what you said stuck out to me, like, 'cause I have a lot of stories like that, but you know, I'm just glad you're here, and I'm glad you're spreading the message.
Wow. Well, thank you for
Powerful
having me.
message.
I love coming back here. Thank you for having me.
We always enjoy having you here, Lorinda. I was wondering if you just wanted to share briefly, catching us up a little bit if you're comfortable. I know in the past you have on just some things. I know that if you want to share a little bit about that.
I'm still in it, meaning, which is weird because I feel like since I'm removed from it, how could I still be in it? But I actually wanted to volunteer at a domestic violence shelter, and they ask you a series of questions. So, you know, I told them I'm a survivor and what have you, and they said, well, where are your kids now? And I have 2 children, 2 different fathers. My son, who is now 16, straight A student, I get to see regularly. He's with his father. But my daughter, who is now 10, I haven't seen since 2007, and she's with my ex-husband. And there's still a lot of issues there. So I have been the type of person in the past, like if somebody's wronged me, I'm going to run to court, or I'm going to run to, you know, try to get that wrong righted. So when I tried to do that in this situation with my children, and, you know, but with this domestic violence conviction, it just turned things upside down. And it's just ironic because it's like, wait, I was trying to protect myself, but because I took a plea of no contest, which is basically the same as saying that you're guilty.
That's right.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. You know, they probably said that, but anyway, that's what was used against me when I went through with the divorce from my ex-husband. That was what was used against me for him to get complete custody, sole legal and physical. So I am still hopeful, but I just know if I go back to court, and when I go back to court, I want to have all my ducks in a row, you know, financially, everything like that. But I'm really trying to reconcile outside of court, and it's mostly for spiritual reasons, because I feel like court is so adversarial. You know, it's like you're trying to win, it's competitive, you're trying to make the other person look as ugly as possible, and saying, you know, and it's just really ugly. And I don't want that for my daughter. I don't want her to have to be in the middle of that. So I'm really trying to reconcile with her father outside of court. You know, so far I haven't been successful. So, I mean, it's looking like if things continue in this way, she is getting older, and she is, I hear by mutual friends, wanting to see me, even though people are saying certain things about me, like maybe I don't want to see her, which are lies. but I'm able to see her through my son's eyes because the fathers are still friends and he gets to still visit his sister, which I'm very thankful for. So I'm still very hopeful. I know it sounds cliche, but what does not kill you does make you stronger. I really thought, it's weird. I read about this thing before it happened to me, and I didn't believe that so many mothers lost custody under these circumstances. And then me going through it. But I read about a lot of women, you know, got checked into mental hospitals, you know, turned to drugs or what have you. And I mean, I was one of those women who, when I lost everything and the custody was final, that I had no custody, I mean, I lost it. I really wanted to be just locked up. I kept saying, I need a break. You know, I need a vacation. Just take me to a hospital. But as God would have it, he put these people in my life that just kept speaking life into me. You know, we just feel like, you know, just press through. I mean, I had to do Caltrans community service, and I just kept doing that. And you know, I didn't have to go to a mental hospital. I'm not against that at all. I mean, if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. But I feel like, for me, that would have just been giving up and just checking out completely. So I say all that to say that the fact that I'm not, you know, in a mental hospital right now, or just given up, I feel like is a testimony. And just to encourage you all, wherever you are, I don't know where you are in your journey or where you are in your walk, where you are in your life, but don't give up. I mean, as long as you're breathing, as long as you have breath in your body, things can change in a second.
Thank you.
Can I ask you how long it's been?
Since, well, the actual incident happened 2003. A little bit after Christmas, yeah.
Have you considered writing the court now? To writing the court because you've been doing okay. Have you considered writing the courts and trying to get it expunged?
Yeah.
Because they should expunge that.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I would talk about that on another time. There's like all these crazy details, but thank you. That's true.
Before coming here, I was 5150, and there was a girl there that I was talking to that kind of went through the same thing. Not as far as you have, but she just has like an ex-boyfriend that you know, kind of obsessed with her, waits outside her house, you know, just torments her life.
Yeah.
And she felt that the only safe place was in the mental hospital, so she actually checked herself in, and I think she left the next day because she felt that you know, like she was hurting herself by not taking action and by just going to a mental hospital, kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah. And I feel that. And just to go back to what you said, Lorenzo, I hate to like say, I'll talk about that later, but I've tried. I mean, long story short, for some reason, I can't get that expunged. For some reason. It's very strange. I know that's another. So that's why I just feel like.
Don't give up.
Right, no. I mean, but it might not be about getting it expunged. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like there's hope, like maybe that we can be reconciled. Because, I mean, we both have to raise her, you know. I'm hopeful that it won't have to be through court. I'm just really hopeful. I mean, if so, I feel like even if it isn't expunged, I have a right to see my child.
Yeah.
That's
If
right.
I can't pay child support right now, I have a right to see my child. You know?
If he's a real man, he'll let you see your son. You see your son.
He wouldn't try to kill me.
Yes,
Let's get real.
Keep the baby away from the mom.
And just in his defense, I mean, it's just, again, I feel like a lot of us are broken in so many different ways, and a lot of us don't want to acknowledge it. Some of us are just functioning every day, going to work with this brokenness that nobody knows about until somebody accidentally almost gets killed, or, you know, and people will still. So I think, again, I want to say kudos to you guys, because at least you guys are acknowledging it and you're looking at it. And you're saying, okay, I see this in me, and you know what, I want to change it. That's huge, because some people just aren't there. And they continue to hurt a lot of people in their selfishness, their brokenness.
That's
Thank-
right.
Thank you guys.